Okay.
I mean, for many years, for 12 years, I learned how to manipulate people to get them to understand that, everything is safe, and then I need to get them to this position so that they can die. So manipulating people into doing one or two more sets really isn't that hard for me.
Up and didn't know the amount. Expensive new favors I couldn't even pronounce. No gun polish to stick in the party. Hope nobody gets out of their body. Got himself hurt, he was full of that money. We ain't even wanna have to kill nobody. Run down ocean like Fast and the Furious.
I work in the pharmaceutical industry, interestingly enough, in research. I actually left my corporate job, so I'm consulting now, and I work in medical writing, so all the writing that goes to the FDA and other health authorities, so science writing.
Do you like it?
I like parts of it. I like that I'm not working in a corporate position now. I'm a consultant, so I can control my own time better, and I don't work completely full time, so that's nice. I'm sort of waning off of work, so
That's cool.
I don't always like it though.
Yeah. Feel it. How long have you known Joe?
I've known him directly for like a month, but I've known him through my spouse Brian for 2 years. So I've heard a lot about Joe. He talks to Brian a lot when they're working out, stories about his life, what he did on the weekend. So I know.
Something interesting.
What's that?
Always something interesting.
Always something interesting, yes.
I gotta live life to the fullest. I'm sorry. Yeah. There's many facets of life.
Has Joe had an impact on you or Brian?
For sure. Well, I can tell for Brian, he would never have, he was anxious just going to a gym. Like, I think he felt like he would be judged and people would be looking at him, and I think he's very sensitive to being judged from his childhood. So the fact that Joe sort of took him in and started working with him, I think Brian started seeing results in his body, what he was looking for, his goals. I think that's really helped him a ton. And then I think over the past 2 years, Brian's body's transformed. Like, I tell him, like, your leg muscles flex when you're just walking. And he's like, oh, I can't see that. I'm like, well, they do. So I've definitely seen that. I think for me, I'm just getting to know Joe, but he definitely pushes me to do things I probably wouldn't do myself. I mean, the first workout I did with him like 3 weeks ago, I got way more out of that than anything I had done the past 2 months working out by myself. So he always says it's a negotiation, and he'll be like, 10 pounds more? 2 more reps? I'm like, I guess. Yeah, which I like, because he never pushes you to do something, but he gets a lot out of you through his negotiating skills. He's gentle, he's not overbearing, but I think he sees what you can do and helps you get there. So
That's awesome.
I can see that happening more.
Cool, man. How do you feel knowing somebody can check out your leg muscles? How does it feel to have amazing quads?
Right. You can start like, oh, the directions are over there.
It's these muscles, like
Yeah.
whatever that, what muscle is that, Joe? Here.
Vastus medialis.
Because soccer players have this muscle usually,
Yeah.
but he has that now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've been working for quite some time. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we've been working quite some time. His first workout, I mean, it lasted about 30 minutes. This wasn't his cardiorespiratory system wasn't up to par, and I've been training for so many years now where I just know what to look for. And I absolutely love how the human body can change and what you can do, and knowing that we can actually change our body is fascinating to me. It fascinates me, like, because I do competitive bodybuilding, and that's just a very, very extreme sport. I mean, the fitness industry is a very small community to begin with, but then bodybuilding is even smaller. So you just take the people that are already a bit extreme going to the gym and they say, this isn't extreme enough. What more can we do? We can actually restrict their food and have them training even more intensely. That's a great idea. Let's do that. Like, just everything about that doesn't make any sense. There's no other sport like it. None.
Yeah.
Every other sport gives you more food. Rightfully so, because you need the nutrients from food and you need to recover, and you get that through food, not through 50 pills a day, you know, because you're restricting calories and you don't have the minerals and the vitamins to recover, and your immune system's compromised. And you're hungry, and then when you're hungry, you know, throw signals to your body to be an asshole, and you got to keep that in check, and you know, it's the yeah. Anyways,
It's insane.
it is. It's not a. That's why not everybody can complete a show, and that's why not everybody can actually do well in a show, and that's why not everybody can actually follow through with what they're supposed to do for a competitive show. Because in life, it happens. Like, you know, by this whole year has been a shit show for me, and in January 1st I started my diet, and if you look all the things that's transpired in my life since January 1st, I've been on a diet, competing for 2 bodybuilding shows, you know, national show, and then another one that I did in Fresno, and I went through a divorce, a DUI, you know, vamp, almost getting put down, biting two kids, and I still managed to still compete, you know, and if I would have stopped, that would have been an excuse, and I refused to give up and quit. I mean, blowing out my testicle, ended up in the ER. It still would have been an excuse. These are all excuses to me.
Yeah.
And I think I get that extreme idea of, if I'm not dead, or if my life isn't put on the line, because that's ultimately what the biggest deterrent should be. But here, we're very comfortable. We got food, we got water, we got shelter. You know, if any one of those things are taken, we get a little flustered, and then that's it. I can't come to the gym, and I can't work out because I don't have my water, and I don't have my food, and you know, I just don't have my shelter. But to me, okay, I don't got no water, that's perfectly fine. I'll just be thirsty a little bit. I ain't got no shelter. I can probably ask somewhere to stay for a little bit, and then, you know, I ain't got no food. Well, I guess I got to go back to Top Ramen and, you know, tuna. So I've done that for many years, so.
It's nothing new.
It's nothing new.
Yeah.
So like my extreme is very, very extreme. I guess my perception is a little bit more broader. You know, I'm more grateful to have the things that I have, and I cherish the things that I have. But the most important thing I cherish is the ability to help somebody. Like when I got my DUI and I was like, I'm gonna lose my license. I remember we had this video, and I called him. I said, I need to film, and I just got out of court. And I was so pissed off because, you know, I just, you know, lose my license, and the biggest thing that I was concerned about losing my license was not having the ability to help people.
Mm-hmm.
You've said that quite a few times.
If I don't have a license, I can't help people. How am I going to get there? Do I just ask somebody to rent a room and at the gym, or like, what do I do? You know, it's important to me to have transportation so that I can at least get to and from work. But clearly when the law says, hey, you've made a mistake and we don't care about what you're currently doing now or how it's going to affect you or the people in your life, and I get it, you know, I need to be held accountable for it. I'm not special, but it's concerning, so it's my biggest concern. So I'm still going to get to work because I want to help people.
So Joe, I do have a question for you on what you said earlier. How do you bridge the gap between your level of extreme discipline and working out with me or someone like me I'm disciplined in some areas of my life, but I'm nowhere near that disciplined. Do you have like compassion for people, or were you like, I know I'm asking you to do 5 more pounds, which
I have, I'm getting better at it. I have an understanding on the willingness to do something and the ability to do something. So that's why I take like small increments. And I think my broad knowledge on fitness and what the human body can do, on what signs to look for, dizzy, lightheaded, nauseous. So those are physiological effects of the human body that it's throwing signals off at me. I don't have to know exactly what you're feeling, but those are the 3 main questions that I ask when I train anybody that's new. Dizzy, lightheaded, nauseous. As soon as that happens, then we need to stop everything, kind of regroup, walk for a little bit, return back to some form of homeostasis so that you don't pass out or don't vomit, because your parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system are operating at different capacities now. So it's not an appropriate place to be for anybody that's new to training, whether that's resistance training because it makes the body more acidic, or whether that's some type of cardiorespiratory exercise. Neither one of them are appropriate, not to me. But I understand for shits and giggles, for television reasons, you know, you have the Biggest Loser and people are vomiting and they're like, they're losing weight. Yeah, it's cool. for entertainment, but I'm not here to entertain anybody. I'm here to help people. And to me, that requires more attention and more caring and a softer, gentler hand.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I'm more knowledgeable and compassionate.
Okay.
And I kind of mask that with it's a negotiation. We're negotiating. We're
Do it!
negotiating, you know. So a little bit of manipulation.
Okay.
I mean, for many years, for 12 years, I learned how to manipulate people to get them to understand that, you know, everything is safe, and then I need to get them to this position so that they can die. So manipulating people into doing 1 or 2 more sets really isn't that hard for me.
Okay.
So my level of manipulation has changed over the years. I can manipulate people in a negative way, and I can manipulate people in a very positive way.
Up and didn't know the amount. Expensive new berries I couldn't even pronounce. No gun polish, just sticking apart. Hope nobody gets out of their body. Got itself hurt, was full of that money. We ain't even wanna have to kill nobody. Ride down ocean like